Y'all see me? He said I got that dial-up connection. What y'all talking about? Y'all can see me good now though? Like, talk to me. Let me know how it is. It's on my phone now. Look at it. Y'all can hear me and everything? Everything's good? I bet. What's up with y'all? Y'all have a good 4th? Man, I'm just gonna hold this. What's up? What's up? Oh, I wish I could make the comments just sit straight up. He said he's still drunk. Nah, my 4th was wild, bruh. They shot the park up. 2 people got shot. A little girl got shot. It was wild, bro. Yeah, free go. Why is there 140 something? I don't know why that's in the middle of the screen. Yeah, I don't know why it's looking like this. And it's got like a delay when I'm watching it because I got it on my screen too. Nah, they just had, I don't know really the details of what happened. Everybody was shooting fireworks off, hanging out, and somebody shot somebody. And in the process of them shooting somebody, they hit a little girl in the foot that was behind the guy they was shooting. I heard he got hit in the chest and in his head. I heard he died. I heard he got hit in the chest and in his neck. The news report is saying that he's in critical right now. He's still alive though. He got hit in, I guess, the torso twice. The little girl's good. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's wild where I stay at. It's wild. It's still wild. I like this on my phone better than the laptop, honestly. Where do I live? I'm in Boston. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Nah, I wasn't involved in it, obviously. I ain't had nothing to do with it. It's just something that had happened. Yeah, I'm in Dorchester, Dudley Street. Hey, so how y'all like that goo video? I want to see some comments, man. Free goo. I wish I'd be able to do an interview with bro, but I don't think that's possible. You feel me? They'll put his ass in confinement real quick. Boston or Dorchester's in Boston, bro. Yeah, free goo. It's funny because the only people that was hating on Goo and hating on Goo's video is people that don't like seeing real prison. Like people that don't like seeing the gangster side of prison. They just want to see honey buns and ramen noodles. It's like, what? Like, that ain't... I'm showing y'all the real deal, authentic. This is what it is. And I appreciate everybody that reached out to be pen pals. All my brothers said they appreciate it. Big shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It mean a lot when you lock down and you got people that's rocking with you like that, bro. Like, real talk. I never really had too many people, aside from my grandmother and my aunt, reach out to me when I was in prison. But I remember when I was doing that confinement time, you know, we only get mail on well, I mean, we get mail any day, but really you look forward to it on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna get mail Saturday and Sunday. And hey, Doc941, I appreciate you, bro. You know, when you standing at your door in confinement, you and your bunkie is standing at the door, and you know the CO like 2 cells down, 1 cell down, about to hit y'all door. When he just walked past, it's the most like depressing feeling. When you know you ain't get no mail, nobody done shot you nothing. It's the most depressing feeling, bro. And when you get something, it don't matter if it's 2 words on that piece of paper. You feel so happy that you got that just that little bit of mail, just that little bit of maintaining contact. You know what I'm saying? And for me, just to be able to extend that to other people, because I can write them and I can send them letters and all that, but them boys really in there thinking I'm an A-list celebrity right now, thinking that I done got famous and all this, and you know what I'm saying? Because each one of them got like 10 pen pals right now, and there's never too much. So if anybody want to reach out, hit me up on Instagram, 1090_Jake. I'll put you on, whoever you want to talk to. But hey, Joey, hey, what's up, bro? I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, man, it's just, you know, I know how I feel not to get mail. I know how I feel to get mail. I still have all the mail. I'll show y'all in the video. I have every single letter that was given to me. I still have kites that my brothers wrote me in prison while we were in confinement fishing to each other. I still got all that. I never threw it out because it was the little things like that that meant the most to me. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to hook people up and do that for other people, it's an amazing feeling. I mean, Goo got a girl writing him from the UK. He got somebody writing him from some crazy country in Asia. I don't know, bro. It's just everybody been reaching out. Australia, New Zealand, mad different people showing love. It's an amazing feeling to be able to give that to somebody else. And I know them boys are feeling blah. See, I'm talking so much because I get so pumped up when I be talking about this. You know what I'm saying? I know them boys are feeling that right now, and I know. You know what I mean? I just want to tell y'all, I appreciate y'all going out of y'all way to show love to them. You feel me? But what's up, though? What y'all talking about, man? What was my craziest come down? What's a come down? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm a happy person, bro. I'm not a negative person. I was even like this in prison. I used to boost a lot of people's spirits, but don't get it twisted. I'll still poke you up real quick and smile at you when I do it. But I mean, yeah, I always try to maintain a good spirit. Even when I'm in the hospital, I buzz jokes the whole time. You know what I mean? Yeah, Goo got a lot of people writing to him. Goo happy right now. TRG, Tiny Rascals. I heard that they're like North Shore, but I don't know any of them, bro. I'm not really trying to reach out to gang members out here and just chop it up, just to chop it up. If somebody trying to reach out to me and get with the movement, do something positive for they people that's locked up or something like that, I'm with it. But I'm not just out here trying to find out who banging what and for what reason. It's just like I said, they just shot the park up. You know what I'm saying? A little 8-year-old girl just got hit. She probably traumatized off that. She just lost the rest of her summer. She's not coming outside. And you know, I've been spreading the word. I've been talking to my neighbors. I'm trying to find out whose daughter it was that got shot. I want to reach out to the parents and set something up. Whether I can get donations towards the little girl, whether I need to come up out my own pocket. I just want that little girl to know, you know, the community stands with you. And it's unacceptable what happened. There wasn't too many ways we could prevent what happened, but I just want her to know she's not alone in this situation. You know what I'm saying? If I can get her like a Xbox or Wii or something while she's in the house, and she's gonna be in the house for a little bit till her foot heals up, you know, just to do something, bro. I'm in a position to do something. I'm in a position to get back. I got a lot of people rocking with me. I appreciate all y'all, and I'm trying to extend that to everybody around me. As much positive things as I can get going, I'm gonna get them going. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's a scary feeling at the same time, because if you pay attention, a lot of people that do the positive things, that have gone from a negative to a positive, it's almost like a death wish if you pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm on the same level as like Nipsey, Pac, nothing like that. But when you see rappers trying to switch it up and go from rapping to doing something more positive for the people, something bad always happens. You know what I mean? So it's a crazy feeling, but I'm gonna run it up and do as much positive things as I can with this opportunity that I have. You feel me? Is Tampa more wild than Boston? I think Tampa has a higher murder rate because there's less people, but there's a decent amount of murders. But the street I live on right now in Boston is worse than anything I saw in Tampa. Just this street alone. Like, I'm not talking about the neighborhood, the whole area of just Dudley Street alone. There's bodies on this street, bro. There's a lot of ghosts on this street. There's a lot of young people getting killed, older people getting killed, innocent. I remember me and my girl was walking up from near Upham's Corner, which is where Dudley Street starts. It ends in Roxbury, which is another neighborhood. And we were walking up the street. Matter of fact, we were arguing. We were arguing while we were walking up the street about something petty. And someone from across the street yelled over like, "Hey, y'all shut up and get it together. You don't see what just happened?" So off rip, I'm like, who is this person? And then I looked, and it was a whole crime scene laid out. And come to find out, someone was shooting across the street. They killed the guy they were shooting at. A lady was running to get into her apartment. She got hit in the back and she got paralyzed from the neck down. So, I mean, Dudley Street, it's been popping off, bro. And there's a lot of kids out here. You know what I mean? There's a park across the street. It's a wild spot. You know what I mean? It's been like this for years. So, hopefully we're able to do something. And yeah, Dudley Street ain't white. I'm one of the few white people that live over here. But, it's wild. I'll go live out there one day just to show y'all what it is. Yeah, I miss Florida. I ain't even gonna lie, I miss it. I miss it because I didn't get to experience it as an adult. I didn't get to experience it as a level-headed person. You know, you got pools all over the place. You got amusement parks everywhere. We got Lowry Park Zoo. There's just so much to do. And I didn't experience that because I was more focused on just chilling in the hood and doing stupid things. You know what I mean? Being immature and just trying to prove myself. But I miss Florida, bro. I moved from Florida because they have a law that if you reoffend, you're not getting out of prison. You're gonna get banned with mad time. So I left Florida, and thank God I did, because in 2016, the year after I was released, I caught a case up here. If I had caught that case in Florida, I'd be doing a life sentence right now. So, yeah, Mass Ave is sad, bro. There's a lot of drug addicts on Mass Ave, and it's tough out there. Most of the time I go by Mass Ave, I recognize somebody I know, either from the treatment centers that I was in or whatever it is. So, I want to do something for Mass Ave too when this winter comes up. Go through, give everybody hoodies and all that. Not for not for recognition, but just to suit people up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just to do good. Get back get some good karma coming my way. Cause I got too much bad karma. Let me see if I can set this phone up so I don't gotta hold it. How that look? That straight? I'll get in the middle. Nah, Winter Hills in Cambridge. You said I never answer questions, Triangle? What, you mad or something? You know how many questions I'm getting asked right now? You know how fast the questions are going? Nah, I've never been to Maine. Oh, Somerville. You right, Somerville, not Cambridge. Nah, I gotta figure out if there's a way to slow down these comments on here. Cause they going so fast. Brian, I don't even know what your question was, bro. They going so fast. Hey, you remember me from Lancaster? Which dorm you was in? From the main unit or the work camp? You said slow chat mode, but I'm on Streamlabs. I don't know if it's the same. Hey, I appreciate that, Joey. That's real now. You know I got your back too, bro. Tell the wife I said hi too. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can. These comments are flying, so my bad if I'm not able to just bust off and answer everything. What do I want to achieve with all this? Lockdown 23-1. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. You already know, Death. You know what time it is. That's the big homie for real. Bro put me on for real, for real. I wouldn't have none of this without bro. I always give credit to bro. Always. Much appreciated, bro. I still watch every one of his videos too. I don't miss a video. I be trying to get on there first, but I can never get the first comment. I try to get him to delete the other ones just so I could be first, just so I can have that title. You know what I'm saying? I got trolls in here. I don't know how to moderate on Streamlabs. This is my first time trying this one out, and I had to do it through my phone. Levi, what's up with you, bruh? Sharon, I got you. What's up, everybody? How are Muslims in prison? They eat better than everybody else. They get them peanut butter trays. I was on the Muslim trays when I was in there just to get the peanut butter. They didn't know what religion I was. Hey, shout out to Malden, bro. Yeah, I wanna get some merchandise going, some shirts going. I wanna get a lot going for real, bro. A lot. Yeah, I got a mixed accent. I don't know. It's like when I get in certain moods, the accents come out different ways. If I'm pissed off, it might be more Boston. If I'm excited, it might be more Florida. It's what it is. I'm a hybrid. Take it or leave it. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I'm not worried about the trolls. I take the negative with the good, bro. It is what it is. I be laughing at most of them. He said I need a moderator, not him, but somebody. Oh, so I can see the comments on my laptop without looking at my phone. Hang on. Let me see if I can get a moderator going. Let me see. Levi, where you at, bro? You already know I'm finna make Levi the moderator. That's bro since high school. Levi, you gotta comment again, bro. I can't find you. There's so many. That's so dope that people from Australia watch me. That it just blows my mind. I'll look at the map just to see where everybody's at that reaches out to me. I had Hungary. I had a dude from Singapore say free goo. I didn't know where Singapore was. I had to find it on the map. This little tiny spot. And I just thought that was so dope that I got somebody in Singapore saying free goo. Like, that's crazy. I don't even know how he feel about it because he's still in confinement. But it's just insane to think that these videos are reaching that big of an audience. You know what I mean? I swear I just seen Death, but he disappeared. Oh, he's already modding? Oh, alright. Well, I got a moderator then. What y'all talking about? Levi, get to work, bro. You gotta get these people right. They be talking crazy. Oh, slow mode. I got it. I did it. Hang on. I put slow mode on. There we go. How's that? Shoot you a wrench. Let me see how to do it. Let me see. I might have to move the add moderator. Boom. Joe, you got that, big bro. Do your thing. I'm not good with stuff like this. I don't know how to do any stuff like this. Dang, I can't even tell who just sent that, but I appreciate that so much. All y'all donations, man, I appreciate it so much. It means a lot. It helped. I don't try to speak on my struggle because it doesn't compare to prison. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to do is bring awareness to prison. So how's it gonna sound if I'm coming on YouTube like, oh, I'm broke. Oh, I'm 24. I don't have a car yet. I don't have this. So I don't even, you feel me? It helps out a lot, man. I try to put as much back into my brothers that's in prison as I can because my struggle will never compare to what they're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? And when I can get the mail, when I've had judges reach out to me. I've had lawyers reach out to me. Community activists reach out to me. It's going to get more and more powerful as we go. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. We finna just keep it going and make it happen. Yeah, YouTube be taxing. Somebody said Jessica's in here? Where's she at? Dang, slow mode's really slow, huh? They don't even move now. They just stay. Hey, shout out to Austin, Texas, man. Nah, my moderators, I know them. I know my moderators. They real good people. My moderator's souped up. Oh, Jessica is in here. Hey, shout out to Jessica Kent, man. That's what's up. I didn't even know she was in here. I just seen her come in. Trevor, I appreciate you, bro. It's crazy because I got the phone right here and then I got the laptop right here, so I'm like looking at both. I gotta go on Vlad TV. I heard he is the police. Vlad TV get people arrested. Jake, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, Joey, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I know you vape. I managed a smoke shop. I know everything about vaping. Jessica, I appreciate you. I definitely will. I definitely will. Can't stop, won't stop. Collab with China Mac, that'd be dope. I know Rikers is crazy. Rikers is like the only thing I've heard of that compares to like the YOs in Florida as far as like cutting and stuff goes like that. It's wild. He said we need to talk. Yeah, man. I got that vape knowledge. Hang on, let me scroll up here. I had to block somebody writing something stupid. Bradley Fair. You know what's crazy is people's YouTube accounts will be in their whole name. Like their whole government name is their YouTube account. And then they got the nerve to talk crazy to people that have gone to prison for doing crazy things to people. It doesn't make sense. Like people are so brave on here. So brave. I'd love to do a meet and greet and box one of y'all ass, one of my trolls. Imagine that. Hey, I do that. Even if I get beat up, I'll box one of my trolls for real. We'll set it up on what's that fight show they got? Backyard fights or street fights or something. Street beefs. What? Win or lose. Long as I hit you. Nah, I never heard about Bounce Back B when I was inside, but Bounce Back B was like the first prison channel I ever watched. That's really what got me into this. I didn't even know they talked about prison on YouTube. Yeah, street beefs. I'll get on street beefs for real. Box somebody. Or do that UFC. I'll try to kick something and throw my leg out. That'd be fun though. Yeah, all of them. I've seen Mighty Mouse, Whitey. Whitey was one of the first people to reach out to me. And he know everybody on them. Yeah, we're going to give him that TOH. That TOH. Show him how to get swift with the hands. Get swift in the paint. Like a fish in a tank. That'd be crazy, right? If I get beat up, y'all still going to be subscribed to me? Don't be fake. It's supposed to be win or lose. Nah, this ain't even a new camera. This is just my phone. I didn't know that if I use this on my phone, it'd be like this. Now everybody want to fight me. I'm like 6'1", like 250 right now, so as long as we're in the same weight class. Thoughts on underestimating someone? Don't ever underestimate somebody. Trek, I never ran into anybody on the street from YouTube. Well, I had one person reach out to me that lives down the street, and I met up with him, and he threw me a shirt, and we cool now. We be on Xbox and all that. But nah, don't ever underestimate anyone. I don't know if you can see a little bit better. You see where I got cut? That's what I got for underestimating somebody. I got another scar on the back of my head. Y'all probably won't be able to see that, but don't underestimate anyone. What's next for EOS? So the new video I have that I'm working on now, a lot of people want to know about my upbringing and everything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it bit by bit. This new video I'm going to drop is going to be about me in high school. I have people that I went to high school with. You know, they're going to be making like minute-long clips, and they're just going to... They're going to give you an idea on who I am or who I was, honestly, because who I was is not who I am. But it'll give you a better idea on why I went to prison, how I carried myself, the type of things that I was doing. And it's negative and positive. I didn't just pick people that liked me. I picked everyone. So you're going to hear good about me. You're going to hear bad about me. And it's just going to give you a better idea on everything. You're going to hear how my school was, the type of violence that I was involved with, and the type of things that we were doing and involved with. And I'm going to bring someone on that I was in high school with. You know, one of my right-hand mans that isn't in prison right now. He went to prison, though. But I'm going to bring him on. We're going to speak on... you know, some of the things we were doing together without saying too much, because we're not trying to get indicted. But we did a lot of dirt, and it's somebody that, you know, I'm not as close to right now because being locked up, it separated us. But it was somebody that I was very, very close with, you know, and it's a good story. It's a sad story too. You know, people are dying, losses in the family, you know, family separating. It's a lot of things going on, you know what I mean? But it'll be a good story. Would I date a Crip female? I'm taking. I'm taking. Y'all got some of the craziest questions. It's so funny. Nah, I haven't been able to chill with anyone that I was in prison with yet. TK's in Georgia, Bimba's in Miami, Brando's in Florida. So, I mean, once I slide down to Florida, I'll be able to see everybody. And I'll actually vlog the whole trip. You know, from the plane to touching down to the club to whatever we get into. You know what I mean? Because when I link up with everybody, it's going to be a movie. It's going to be a damn movie. And if y'all know me like they know me, you know I'm going to try them. I'm trying to slap box everybody. I always been that type. I'm going to chin check Bimba. Bimba going to throw me across the street. Y'all see how big Bimba is. Bimba ain't playing. But that's my big bro, so I'll still smack him. Just know there's repercussions to everything. He gonna smack me across the street. I can't visit anyone in Florida State Prison. I'm a convicted felon. They would never let me in there. Yeah, I would meet and greet with my fans on my terms. I'm not just gonna pull up in your hood and see you and get like nah. That sounds a little risque. I'm not on that. Y'all can pull up in my hood where I stay at if y'all want. I'll do that with you. You come out to where I stay at. I haven't met anyone that I feel was innocent inside of prison because nobody told me that they were innocent inside of prison. I've met people that I feel got punished beyond what they should have been punished. You know what I mean? Like drunk driving and things of that nature. You know, kids that got hit with so much time that aren't violent people, that aren't bad kids, that were either athletes or scholars, and now they have no option but to either fall victim or become something that they never wanted to be. Scott, you could be on Dudley Street in 20 minutes and pull up. Come through, bro. Benzino don't run anything. He don't run nothing. Yeah, I was in a halfway house. So when I got out of prison, I was in the Cushion House in South Boston. I was in a house on Warren and Interval. And I was in a house off Blue Hill Ave. It was off Glenway on Drummond Street. It was like behind Stashes. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think anybody even from Boston is a fan of Benzino. Yeah, the 8-year-old girl, she got shot in the foot. She's okay though. Yeah, shout out to Old Colony, all that. I used to work next to the Old Colony projects. That's where my job was at. And then the church that they have at the old harbor projects, that church right there with the meetings. I used to go to all the meetings in there. The AA meetings and all that. And then you got the rec center across the street from the project. So I'd be at the rec center with, you know, the whole sober community. I'd be in the projects hanging out with everybody. You know, all the Irish dudes from Southie and everything. Then I started meeting everybody else that lived over there. Shout out to Savin Hill. I took my daughter trick-or-treating in Savin Hill. Stab and kill. They changed that neighborhood up. Why did I go to a halfway house and am I sober? So, I was convicted in the state of Florida. When I moved up here, I had nowhere to go. And I tried to get into a re-entry facility and I wasn't accepted due to the fact that I had an out-of-state conviction. So I had to get into sober treatment facilities just to get into anything. You know what I mean? I wouldn't consider myself a drug addict. But it was actually going through, you know, the 12-step program and everything that I found out I had so many similarities with everyone I was in the program with. I found out I had a lot of the same tendencies, a lot of the same, you know, dependencies, everything. And I was on drugs heavy when I was in high school. I mean, like 14, 15, bro, I was popping mad pills. just pills and guns. That was my thing. Just pills and guns. And I pop a pill and wild out. And wake up the next day like, what did I do? And pop another one. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out, it's not that I had a drug issue because I didn't have access to drugs, but I got myself into a facility before I gained access to anything. And as far as now, I'm not really a drinker whatsoever. If I drink to get drunk. I don't drink because I enjoy it. I hate drinking. It tastes nasty. But I smoke. I smoke a lot of marijuana. Smoke a ton. I'm a medical patient. I'm a grower, so in that sense, but I don't feel like marijuana is something that's ever steered me in the wrong direction or caused me to do anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I haven't even smoked in a while. It's been a few weeks since I smoked too. I sometimes I give myself breaks. You know, sometimes I water fast. I won't eat anything for a week. I'll drink strictly water. I like to detox my body. I like to have mental clarity. Sometimes I feel like I have too much going on, and sometimes I feel like too many things I'm doing. It's just, you know, I just need to sober up a little piece. So, but what pills was I doing? Anything, whatever you brought me. A lot of ecstasy, Xannies. I only did perks a couple of times, but really painkillers, whatever. I wasn't even asking. I was that type of person. I was just like, oh, you got a pill for me? Boom, pop that. You got Benadryls? Let me get 20. It was retarded, you know what I mean? Really immature, and I'm grateful to be alive to speak on it. And it's insane thinking that I was 14, 15 doing that, because now when I look at 14, 15-year-olds, they look like little kids to me. You know what I'm saying? I could never imagine a kid doing something like that, but that was me. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. But yeah, anybody that want to talk about anything as far as getting sober, I'm still in contact with people that helped me when I had nothing. You know what I mean? So you want to reach out to me, especially if you're in the Boston area, I'll get you in contact with a lot of good people that'll help you out. I've had people look out for me. You know, one thing I learned is to it goes with pride. Never be afraid to raise your hand, to ask for help. That's the biggest step, is admitting you have a problem and asking for help. I was at one AA meeting and I had just lost my job. I couldn't afford the rent. I was about to get kicked out. And I've always been a good speaker. You know what I'm saying? I get nervous like everyone else, but once I start speaking, it just starts flowing. And you know, I raised my hand and I was fumbling my words. I couldn't really get it out there like that. I felt awkward, and everyone just stayed quiet and gave me a second. And I asked for help. I told them, you know, is there anyone that can hire me or give me a job? I'm about to get kicked out. I had a guy pay my rent. Straight up paid my rent and said, you know what? I'm not even going to ask your name. I'm not going to tell you mine. But I did the same thing you did. I raised my hand and asked for help, and someone did it for me. I'm going to return the favor to you. And without any questions asked, he gave me the complete money, like the whole amount for my rent, and paid off my rent so I could get another job. And, you know, there's a lot of people that'll hold you down and have your back. Nah, I only drove through New York. I never really been in New York like that. Am I close with my family? Not at all. Not at all. I'm not, you know, certain family members, but it's a small group. It's probably only like 3 or 4 family members. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nah, yeah, my aunt, of course. My aunt, my grandmother. But, you know, me and my mother, we go like a good 6 months without talking all the time. Versus when I lived in Florida, we went years without talking. So, I don't really just try to jump back into talking to everybody. You know what I mean? If it's negative, I just try to keep it away. And that's it. Yeah, I met a lot of good people that in recovery. I met a lot of people that helped me. You know, the first guy that helped me getting out of prison was someone I met in recovery that had just got out after 25 years. He killed his grandmother. And, you know, he was high. He was high on a bunch of things, and push come to shove, she ended up dying. And he did 25 years. And that was one of my biggest mentors. That was somebody that I looked up to and listened to every word he spoke when I met him. When I got out, I met him in South Boston. We lost contact, but you know, I hope maybe one time he sees one of these videos. But yeah, he was the first person that approached me. I went to a meeting. I had my back against the wall. I'm still looking crazy, you know, fresh out of prison, watching everybody that moves, watching their hands, watching who's reaching for their pockets, just everything. I'm trying to process everything as if someone's gonna stab me. And I'm jittery. You know what I mean? I was ready to take flight. And he walked up and was just like, you know, you just got out. You know, calm down. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna get better. And then he told me, you know, more or less what he went through. Who would win in a fight without that iron out of all your guests you ever had? Probably Bimba. Bimba's big, and everybody Bimba hit, their face just collapsed. Like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good for them. Bimba's big, and Bimba was huge in prison. He's like cut up now. He was way bigger in prison. So, I mean, he got that size. You know, not everybody's as big as him. I said I hated guys that attack women, especially old women. Well, that wasn't him that attacked that woman. That was the drugs. That wasn't him as a person. And how can I not respect somebody that admits to their wrongs and is taking the time to reach out to me and reach out to other people and set an example for what he did with his life? You know, he did what he did. He didn't have to tell me he did it, though. For that, I would respect him more than I would respect you commenting on him on YouTube. Would you have the balls to do something like that? Would you have the balls to not kill yourself after 25 years being in prison and having to deal with prison? And then you choose to get out and help someone that's younger than you, when you could have got out and got right back on the drugs. It ain't nothing but respect. He admitted his wrongs, you know what I mean? He did what he did. He admitted his wrongs. There's certain crimes that, yeah, you know, I won't want to associate with somebody. You know what I mean? But from what he explained to me and how he explained it to me and how he carried himself, how he presented the situation, it was nothing but respect. Mackenzie, I appreciate you. But yeah, you just gotta understand, when people are on certain drugs, it's not the same people you know. You could have your best friend you known for life, you know, go behind your back, stab you in the back just because he's on drugs, he's out of his mind. It has a huge effect on your mentality, on your persona, everything. It's crazy. And I mean, if you're not in tune with how it is, you won't be able to understand how it is. You're ignorant to it. Just like a lot of people are ignorant to the conditions of prison. So they're like, oh, forget the inmates, they're inmates anyways. Alright. Well, you have that mentality until the inmate comes out who's been abused in prison and then makes you a victim. And now you're wondering why he was released. Well, he was released because he was supposed to get released. He was supposed to get rehabilitated, though. He wasn't supposed to get abused. Did I ever cry in prison? Nah, I never cried. I never cried in prison. Ever. When I found out that my people were dying, I didn't cry. When I found out that my aunt had breast cancer, I didn't cry. I couldn't let it get to me like that. I couldn't think about it like that. I was mad. I had anger. You know, what messed me up a lot, two people that died in my family, my grandmother, she was my step-grandmother, but still my grandmother. and my grandfather on my mother's side, they both passed away when I was in juvie and juvenile programs. And what messed me up the most about that is their last request was to see me. But I was in Florida and nobody flew me up. And, you know, I was obviously incarcerated at the time. But nobody flew me up beforehand. And they passed away. And their last request was to see me. And I always held that against specific people in my family for not flying me up, for not trying to stay in contact with me. You know what I mean? I was a child. I was a kid. I shouldn't be the one trying to stay in contact with you. So, nah, I don't see crying as a weakness at all. At all. Not at all. I just couldn't let things get to me emotionally like that in prison at that time. Because I would have self-destructed. It wouldn't have just ended with me crying and then wiping the tears. I would have wanted to hurt somebody. So I had to process that how I process it. You know what I'm saying? Do I cry now? Unless I'm watching, like, you know what'll get me in my feelings? When I watch the Golden Buzzer on America's Got Talent, and you got somebody that goes up there and sings a sad song. All that gangster shit go out the window. If I'm being honest, hell yeah. I cry laughing all the time though. I'll cry laughing. I be laughing. But yeah, man, crying doesn't. It's a natural thing, bro. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's nothing to not speak on. Yeah, you can't. You're already so stressed out in prison. You can't stress anymore. You can't focus on the negative things. Aloha. That's crazy. Shout out to Hawaii. That's crazy. I always wanted somebody to say that to me. Aloha. That means hello and goodbye, doesn't it? That's dope. Yeah, that's amazing that your people, you know, there's a CO and she treats people like good people. I've met COs like that treat people like human beings. It's just not common. And there's so many inmates that are ignorant and will go out of their way to be disrespectful. It's not all the CO's fault. You know what I mean? It's like a tow truck driver. Nobody is happy to see a tow truck driver. If you say hello to a tow truck driver, you just made his damn day because nobody says hi to him. No one's happy to see that man at all. So if you're nice to somebody like that, he's like, what? This person's being nice to me? It's the same thing with COs, bro. And when they're nice back to you, it stands out because you're not used to that. Somebody say hello to a tow truck driver and just see his reaction. Just smile and wave at him. Unless he's towing your car. Then you better get in your car. Yeah, I play video games. I be on Xbox every day. Yeah, people that write tickets, all that. When I worked at the smoke shop, I remember they tried to give the mailman a ticket because he didn't have a mail truck. He was just in his SUV. And I wouldn't let the lady do it. You know what I mean? I got in her chest and I told him it was the mailman. I tracked the mailman down and I saved him from getting a ticket. But I was big on that, just taking care of the neighbors. You know, in Boston, they're like a package, it just gets put on the front steps. I would take the neighbors' mail packages, the boxes, and bring them into the store, leave a note on their door saying I got their box inside of the store, and they come in and get it. And, you know, people would try to tip me. I never accepted tips, though. I just did it out of being a good person, you know what I'm saying? Dorchester now, depending where you're at, is the same as how it used to be. The majority of it, I would say, is still bad. And then the more Irish sides have all been gentrified now. But Yeah, the bad parts are still bad. You gotta think, out of the whole city of Boston, you know, people really only get killed in a small area, which is like a specific part of Dorchester, like central north Dorchester, certain parts of Roxbury. It's not like the whole Boston people are getting hit up. It's just a few specific small neighborhoods, and it just so happens that I live in one of the neighborhoods where it happens. Sandman, I appreciate you, bro. That's real. Yeah, shout out to all the different neighborhoods in Boston, man. Everybody. What's my advice for kids growing up in the hood and getting dragged into the game? The more things you have to occupy yourself with, the less free time you have. So what you can do is, if someone steps to you like, hey, there's a fight after school, let's go fight. Hey, so-and-so wants to go do this, let's go do this. Nah. Why? You're busy. You got basketball practice. You got this to go to. You got this to work on. You got boxing. You got homework. You got... The more you have to do, the busier you are, the more excuses you're going to have to not be able to surround yourself in that. So if you want to surround yourself in that, you're going to. But if you don't want to, you have valid reasons why you can't. And if someone says to you, man, come on, bro, skip practice. Skip the homework. Skip that. Turn it right back around to them. Are you not my friend? Are you not my boy? Do you not want to see the best for me? How are you going to tell me to skip practice? How are you going to tell me not to do my work? How are you going to mess up the positive things I have going on? That means you're not my friend. You trying to see me fall. You ain't trying to see me succeed. And at that point, you're going to figure out if that person's your friend or not. And that person might be your friend. You might just be on two different paths in life. That's the best advice I can give you. Stay busy. Stay involved with things. Work. Get a job. Box. Exercise. Whatever it is to better yourself, stay involved with it. Because when you have that free time, that's when you're going to do things. When you have that free time and you're not working on something, that's when you're going to look for the easier ways out. You know what I mean? If you don't want to work out and you fat, well, why are you fat? Because you're not working out. If you don't want to get better grades, you're not going to get better grades. If you want to put the effort in to do your schoolwork, you're going to get better grades. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stay busy, man. You can't have that free time. You can't. That free time, when you drive through the hood, all you see is people standing outside not doing a damn thing. You see what I'm saying? And if they are doing something, they're standing outside because they're selling something. So what's crazy is, if you break down how many hours in a shift you'll work and how much you get paid for each hour versus the guy that's been standing outside since 9 a.m. all the way to 2 in the morning, he might have made such an amount of money, you know what I'm saying? But this man is working from 9 to 2 in the morning. You working 9 to 5 and you got free time to do whatever. He doesn't have free time because he got to be outside to meet everybody that needs this and that. He got to risk the police. He got to risk an opposite person from another neighborhood coming over and shooting him. You know what I mean? There's so many different variables and different added elements of stress you don't need in your life. There's no reason to live that life. You got so many people that sit outside and don't do nothing. They don't stay busy. And they've had those same traits since they was younger. They never grew out of it. When you see older people in the hood, how I used to look at older people in the hood, you know, 30, 40, 50. Oh, yeah, I'm born and raised right here. I've been here my whole life. Why are you still here? Why? Because if you grew up here in these projects, you grew up under your mama's lease. Whether it's public housing, Section 8, you lived with your mama. You wasn't a child with your own. You lived with her. And if you done got felonies and all that, you're not getting public housing. You're not getting Section 8. So you telling me 30, 40, 50 years old, you the OG, but you still live with your mama? How does that work? Or you got your baby mama living in the projects and you stay in hers? How does that work? You 30, 40, 50 years old, bro. And y'all didn't rise up out of here? So why would I take advice from somebody like that? Why would I try to learn something from you unless it's how to not end up like you? When I was in jail, everybody tells you how they made money. Oh, I was doing tax returns. Oh, I was selling dope. Oh, I was doing this. I was doing that. The number one question I asked everybody is, where'd you mess up at? Because we all in jail. You wasn't successful at it. You failed at some point. Where did you mess up at? You have to, when you get educated, you start questioning your education. Felons get your charges expunged. I can't get my felonies expunged. State of Florida, I have a punishable by life charge. I can never get that expunged ever in my life. So how can you tell me to just get my charges expunged like it's going to be better? I can't. I can never get my charges expunged. I'm a felon until the day I die. Period. Unless I go to another country. Neil, I appreciate you, bruh. Yeah, man, there's certain charges you can't get expunged. In the state of Florida, anything that's a punishable by life offense, anything armed, any murder, manslaughter, anything like that, bro, you're not getting that. Nah. None of that, bro. You stuck with that for life. Florida don't play. Florida doesn't want to see you get up out of those chains. They make money on it. It ain't gonna happen, bro. As much as you try, I'm a felon for life until the day I die. But you know what? That's something that's going to keep me from getting back into the mix. As much as I love to get my rights back, you know, get a gun license, be able to legally protect myself, train my daughter how to protect herself, I can't do that. But it is what it is. I can teach somebody how to not follow the same path that led me to the situation I'm in. Do I send good money? Of course. Of course. Sergio, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's... prison is a business, especially in Florida. Your son wrote a paper. He wrote a paper on my show. That's amazing. Psycho Billy, that's amazing. Shout out to you and shout out to your son. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's not as simple as some of y'all think to live like a felon. It's not. You know what's crazy about last night is I was outside with my baby girl holding her on the front porch watching the fireworks go off. And what was it, like 20 minutes later, 2 people get shot? A little girl gets shot. He's in critical. I don't know if he's dead or alive right now, but I heard he was dead. I heard he got hit in the head and he got hit in his chest. At the scene, they had red tape. If y'all been on my Instagram, you can see the whole crime scene. It's in front of my house. You know what I mean? It's tough living in an area like this and not being able to have the comfort of defending my own home. It's not easy. It bothers me. Yeah, everybody check out Free from Fetters Grove. Everybody check it out, man. Everybody check it out. I got him interviewed in my videos. We got 2 videos together. It's an amazing channel. Y'all learn a lot from him. I learned a lot from him. Still learn a lot from him. We don't have dropouts. That's not a term that's native to Florida. I believe a dropout is something that's more of a Cali term in reference to prison. We don't have dropouts. You either get X'd out or you just stop banging, but nah, I didn't do either one. If you get your felonies expunged and they're not on your record, you're no longer a convicted felon. Depending on the state you're in, you can get your gun rights back. But it's a process, and you know what? Just like anything else, it's a process that costs money. It costs money. Maki Mock was a felon for what he did in Dorchester way back in the day. Well, guess what? He has a gun license. He owns plenty of guns. Money talk. But then again, the South is different. And even if you're in a state, like I heard Texas has a law that if you're a convicted felon, you can still have a gun in your home to defend your home. But federal law, a felon cannot legally possess a weapon or ammo, a gun or ammunition. And federal law, is going to stand over state law any day. So even if it's okay in your state, you can still go to the feds, which is crazy. TK's channel is going to stop whenever he gets the equipment and things that he needs. He's still currently trying. A lot of people have donated to me and have asked that I split that with TK, or have donated to me and asked that it goes to TK. Everything has gone to TK. You can confirm it with him. But we're getting it together and we're going to make it happen. Yeah, Gregory, I think that every place in America was worse in the 80s and 90s. I don't think it's just Roxbury and Dorchester. I'm pretty sure everywhere around the country was worse back then. Because technology evolves and technology plays an effect on crime. You got shot spotters and cameras and all type of things now that you didn't have in the 80s and 90s. Nah, I can cross state lines and everything like that. I'm good on all that. Nah, I was never around Brandon or Riverview. I have thought about having multiple people on, like Bimba and TK, since they didn't really know each other, but they knew of each other. But it takes up the screen, you know what I'm saying? I would love to move to South Boston. I just don't have the money to live in South Boston. I would live in the projects if I could. Because Old Colony right now looks gorgeous. They redid the whole projects. D Street doesn't look bad at all. Nah, I can't go to Canada. Canada got laws. They don't allow people like me into Canada. Yeah, I don't want a black powder revolver. I don't even want to play with guns. I don't want nothing to do with them at all. I had so much ATF paperwork, bro. It was a mess. Because you got to think, I had 16 gun charges when I got hit with everything, with the 20-something felonies I had. I had 16 gun charges, so I had a ton of ATF paperwork. I don't want to get mixed up with them again. I like knives, I like box cutters and things like that, but Boston has a law, if it's more than 2.5 inches, it's illegal to carry. So I'm not messing with it. I got my poker somewhere. Where is that? I walk around with this thing. Self-defense. Nah, the projects in Southie got redone, bro. Old Harbor doesn't look bad unless you go in the hallways. Old Colony was still a little bit wild, but they're tearing down the rest of it. D Street never looked that bad to me. Old Colony was the worst one to me. Nah, I don't rap. A lot of people ask me that. Y'all trying to hear me rap? And start my own little rap career? Yeah, I have parents. My mother lives in Massachusetts. My father doesn't want to be my father, so I don't know anything about him anymore. I've been thinking about starting a gaming channel for real. I'd love to. I break all of my controllers. I be throwing them off the walls, throwing them off the floors. I punch them. I punch my controllers a lot. I got mad boxes from just controllers that I've ran through. It's crazy. I be raging when I play. I get mad frustrated. I break my headset. I see my mom sometimes. Not that often. Yeah, I'm like 6'6'1", bro. I'm not small. Everybody think I'm short. My girl thought I was short when she met me. Cause she's tiny. I met her. She like down here. Yeah, controllers are pretty tough. I be beating them in though. So like it'll be like one button just stops working. But yeah, man, I wanted to jump on this live just to let y'all know. I'm not ending it right now, but I got that video coming up, high school and everything like that. A lot of the times when it's taking me a couple days to drop a video, it's mainly because I'm trying to bring somebody on. I'm trying to, and I got to work on their time. I got to respect their schedule, respect what they have going on. And whenever they're ready, they're ready. You know what I'm saying? Psycho Billy, was your son the one that wanted to do the interview? Because I had a young kid that wanted to do a paper on me, I remember. And I told him I would let him interview me. But I get so many DMs every time I drop a video, I lost his profile. And I'm still interested in doing that, if that was him. I think that would be cool to let somebody interview me and ask me questions. And at the same time, I have questions I like to ask somebody that's young. Yeah, I plan on doing a daily vlog. You know, I want to get through my story and my bid through that, through the donations and everything. I plan on getting better equipment. I'm going to do tattoo vlogs. You know, my whole barbershop, everybody in my barbershop watches my channel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that I mess with anyways. I got my forehead done there. So I'm going to shoot a video in there. I'm going to shoot videos getting tatted because I'm going to do the rest of my throat, my arms. I'm going to do my head, everything. It is him. All right, Psycho Billy, DM me again, bro. I'm still interested in that. I ain't forget about him. I just couldn't find the message. Nah, I'm not related to Jimmy Talent. I possibly could get a phone interview with Goo. We can FaceTime in a sense. It has to get approved and we can do it through the kiosk, but the quality isn't that good. And I would have to record it while I'm on the phone. I'd have to use another phone to record it. The videos that, obviously, those came from a cell phone. No, I'm not related to Christina Randall. Christina had reached out to me behind the scenes and was just super supportive of everything that I had going on. And she reached out to me like death, like a big homie. You know what I'm saying? Like a big sister. And she put me up on game about a lot of things in regards to YouTube, running my channel. She just really helped me out like a big sister. And she was kind enough to let me on her channel. Did I ever get called a cracker? Yeah, by white people. Cracker in Florida isn't how people think. White people call each other cracker. What's up, cracker? Like, if his name is John, in Florida, his name is Cracker John. Cracker Jake. Like, that's just how they talk. If he's a white boy that acts black, they call him Cracker Black. Nobody really says wigger. That sounds so lame. Like, that sounds like something somebody's parent would say. Nobody says that. And everybody that meets me in person, bro, no one says nothing like that to me. Everyone usually respects my vibe and respects my energy. It's authentic. It's one thing if you talk or act a certain way and you from a complete other place. It's another story if everything that you say or the way that you present yourself is backed up by your life story. You know what I mean? But yeah, cracker in Florida, that's not really considered racist. Most of the time when people say cracker, they're talking about the police. Did I ever fight two guys next to a store? What do you mean? Oh, from my Instagram? Nah, they didn't want to fight. They said that they were going to do some crazy things to me on the phone, but when they actually pulled up, they didn't want any problems. Yeah, it's funny, when you're in Florida State Prison, if you wear glasses, it doesn't matter who you are, your nickname is automatically Harry Potter. Like, automatically, they're gonna start calling you Harry Potter. I have a picture of a Rambo on my Instagram. Rambo, Rambo doesn't care. Rambo has 10 mandatory. So Rambo, for some reason, he isn't allowed to get emails right now on his tablet. I don't know what he did, but... And I bought him his tablet. I'm the one that bought him that tablet. But whatever, he wrote a message to somebody he wasn't supposed to, and he can't email right now. The dude from New Jersey that said I jumped him, I don't know who that was, bro. That's somebody that was trolling, wanted attention. He said that at first he made up a story saying that he was at Lancaster with me and Brando and we jumped him. Me and Brando were never in contact at Lancaster. When he came to Lancaster, I was already in confinement. Not only that, but dude's in his 30s. He was in prison in his 30s. Like, you can't be at Lancaster in your 30s. It was a YO camp. So it was just somebody that just wanted attention and wanted to troll. And then when I put them on blast, they tried to act like they were a victim and that I was being a bully to a 30-something-year-old. I don't know, bro. He just wants some help. He wants some support. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He just went about it the wrong way. You heard I was soft in ODIN? I was never in ODIN. So I don't know how that works. I love to move out the hood. It's just it takes a lot of things to get up out of the hood. I gotta get a car first. Would I put a rival gang member on? Yeah. Hell yeah. I've reached out to people. I've tried to find rivals. A lot of them are back in prison doing time. Some of them have died. Some of them aren't banging anymore and they don't want to come on because they don't want to speak on the people they were associated with because they're no longer associated with them and that can make them a target. There's a lot of things to it, bro. It's not that easy. But yeah, I'll bring anybody on because it's not about being a rival. If I can make it so that we're no longer rivals, we can bring our people together and create a movement stronger than what we're doing individually. Somebody said me and Death fell out. Did y'all not see Death just on here? Why would we fall out? There's no reason behind that. If Death has somebody on his channel that speaks some type of way about me, I accept the positive with the negative. You're always going to have yin and yang, and that's not Death's fault. He's doing his job. He bringing on whoever he's supposed to bring on. That's what he's supposed to do. Give everyone a voice. Not just the people that benefit my story. Nah. But nah, we don't have no problems. That's what I'm saying. He donated $50. That's crazy. He donated me a whole channel, bro. Donated me damn near all my subscribers, bro. That's big bro for real. That's amazing that he wants to do that just at 12 years old. To already have that mentality, that's amazing. That's powerful. That's powerful, man. I hope he's able to seek that all the way through, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would love to make a movie about Jit Camp. I'd love to make a movie about that. That'd be a crazy movie. That'd be wild. How many different type of shanks do I know how to make? All kinds. Out of a lot of different things too. Nah, I'm not from Brockton, but I've been out in Brockton though. I got people out there. My sister family from Brockton. I be around like all Cape Verdeans. My girl Trini and Cape Verdean, and then all her people are Cape Verdean. So yeah, I definitely been through Brockton. He said for $50, keep falling out with death. He put 50 on my head, huh? That's crazy. I got cut about $50 in prison. Isn't that crazy? $50 go a long way. Yeah, Grove Hall has changed a bit. Who is Dean Road? I was never in ODIN. ODIN was at the work camp. That's where everybody was at that worked in the kitchen. They wouldn't let me work in the kitchen. I was too bad. I would have been stealing everything out of the kitchen. I was in I dorm, P dorm, Q dorm. What did I do time in juvie for? I had a couple of cases in juvie. I had possession of a firearm. I had an armed burglary case. I had a felony battery on a detainee. At one point, they were trying to get me on a shooting. I had a lot of juvenile stuff. Yeah, I've met former military. I got the merch coming soon, man. That's tough. You teach in inner city Chicago, that's tough because, you know, as much as they look up to the people, it's like when you look at Chicago and you look at who's making it out, it was all the kids that's in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So how everyone's looking is, if I can be the baddest person in the streets, I can become famous off of this and that I don't have to be bad no more. But what a lot of people don't understand is you'll get killed or go to prison before you make it to that level, man. That's tough because Chicago, I've never experienced anything like Chicago. Chicago is on another level. And that's tough, man. That's tough. I'm not really sure what I could say to try to change somebody's perspective that's in Chicago like that, because the level of violence they experience, you know what I mean? If I'm not gonna lie, as much as I'm loving this YouTube and all that, if that was my daughter that got shot yesterday, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care about my own life at that point. I would seek out revenge to the fullest extent. You know what I'm saying? If something happened to my daughter that was irreversible, I'm going all the way out. And it's tough because in Chicago, bro, you got so many people that know people that have died from gun violence. So it's more just a revenge thing. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. But I salute to you for being that teacher and trying to be a positive role model in their life. Much respect. Nah, military doesn't stick together inside a prison. Most of them are lame, bro, honestly, because you got to think. Most guys that have joined the service are very disciplined people. So when you go to jail or prison and you've been in the military, the COs that have been in the military look down on you because you're not representing the military to the extent that they are. You know what I mean? So most of the guys that I met from the military were, you know, drug addicts or whatever, and they weren't carrying themselves how they should be. How would seeking revenge help anything? Well, I don't know. Have your kid get shot, and how do you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that wouldn't sit well with me. And Yeah, I would handle things differently. Nah, I don't go to the clubs. I don't go to clubs like that unless it's somebody's birthday. Do cop killers get respect in prison? I mean, not necessarily. Because normally anybody you meet that's killed a cop is never getting out. So it's not really so much respect. It's so much that you know not to beef with them because they have nothing to lose. Should you take the Boston police exam? Go for it, bro. Go for it. All we need is one good cop. The more good cops we get, the better. I don't discriminate against police officers, corrections officers, nothing. Because I know that there's good people in everything. In every group, there's someone that's good. And if you can be that person that makes a difference, that's what we need, bro. We can't just hate all police. Because at the end of the day, when your ass get popped by somebody, or when something happens, your kid choking and you don't know how to save her, you finna call paramedics, you finna call police, you finna call the fire department. Right? These people got a job to do, and that job usually revolves around saving or helping somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just hate on people like that. You can't hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Somebody said they can't hear me. Alright, y'all hear me. Good, good, good. I don't speak on people that I'm around, like my girl or friends or nothing like that, because at the end of the day, there's people that don't like me, and you're not gonna get the opportunity to take that out on them. Because if you run up on me, I can defend myself, but some of the people I'm around, they're not gonna be able to defend themselves to the same extent. So that's why I don't bring and show certain people on my Instagram and show, the picture of my daughter, they're mainly old pictures. You know what I'm saying? But you're not just gonna recognize my daughter. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't bring people on for that specific reason. Shout out Springfield, Mass, bro. Yeah, I'm not bringing my family on or nothing like that. Not at all. Especially in the neighborhood I live in with what's going on over here, bro. People hate when you get any kind of recognition that anything going on for you in your life. Someone will kill you just for that. You know what I mean? So it's not worth it to risk, jeopardize, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm Irish and Italian. Nah, I wouldn't have any problems if I went back to Florida. Well, maybe with the COs and all that, they might try to hang me or something. But as far as the people I know, not at all. Yeah, definitely. Shout out Chicago. King Cree. Shout out to the Bay Area. Straight up. Yeah, I like that. Nicholas, I'll definitely do a video on struggling with mental health inside of prison, because honestly, the bipolar played a big factor in me hitting people up. You know what I mean? I would feel like someone was plotting on me that wasn't plotting on me. I would feel all type of ways, and I would get very, very paranoid about these things. I would overthink these things, and I would act out with violence because I felt that if I didn't, it was going to happen to me. I haven't gotten the P.O. box yet. I'm getting there real soon. Real soon. Yeah, I got the shirts coming. I had made shirt designs, but I found out it's an extra $8.50 just to have something on the back of the shirt. So, unless y'all want to spend $50 a shirt, I got to redesign them. I don't think I ever had a paranormal experience. I think I was just paranormally paranoid. So if I was in a cell by myself, I would think someone was under me even though no one's in the cell with me. So I'd go sit in the corner just so I can see the top and the bottom. I used to freak out. I'm crazy for real. Yeah, they offered me medication, but the medication makes you even worse. And they honestly don't do enough counseling to figure out what you should be properly medicated with. So I don't take medication whatsoever. I try to solve things in the most natural way possible, through exercise, through cannabis, whatever ways I choose, you know what I mean? And then, like I said, detoxing my body, water fast, things like that. It helps out. It clears me up. It clears my mind. I'm not going to speak on Young Rope. I'm not going to say what you talking about, but yeah, to one of them, I definitely have. I'm growing Poo-Tang right now. If y'all want to see the updates on my grow, check out my Instagram. Nah, I sleep with the lights. Well, I got like a nightlight for my daughter, and she sleeps in the room with me. So I can always see. Yeah, nah, you're right. People that think they're normal are crazy, and people that think they're crazy, you're right. But, I mean, I'm diagnosed out of there. I've been in psych cells longer than I'm supposed to be. The tattoo under my eye is dream. It's either Chinese or Japanese, one or the other. But I got it by my eye to keep my dreams in sight. And then, like I said, you can see where I got cut by my eye. It went from here all the way down, but it was only deep in that one spot. Yeah, it's crazy, man. 700 and damn near 750 people watching. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I want more kids. I want a little army. I want like 10 of them. So when we go trick-or-treating, I can have them marching like a little army. At a hip, hype, hip, hype, hip. Yeah, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Real talk. Y'all hit that like button. Yeah. But hey, we at an hour and a half. I try to always cut it off at an hour and a half because the chair I'm sitting in, it starts to hurt after an hour and a half. That's something else I need to get, is a new chair. I need to get a gaming chair. One of those souped up ones with the cushions and the pads. Get a little massage while I'm sitting here. But hey, like I said, I appreciate everybody that tuned into the live. I appreciate everybody rocking with me. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please hit that like button. Just keep supporting, man. That's more important than anything. The donations are much appreciated, but just the constant support, reaching out to me, I'm loving it. It means the most to me. And like I said, I really appreciate everybody that took the time to reach out to my people that's still locked up. And for anyone that would like to reach out to anybody that would like to be a pen pal or anything, DM me on Instagram at 1090_Jake. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Till next time.